Ignition sequence starts. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Liftoff. We have a liftoff.
Hey everybody, this is the Digital Asset Investor, and I screwed up this video once before, and that was about an hour ago. I've been fighting. First of all, I tried to go through it and fix it, which I'm not a very good video doctor, and so I finally decided I was just going to redo it. Then I restarted my computer, and so here we are, and I'm going to give you the information the right way this time. This is Moodys. This is an article that I missed from April 29th. Moodys research warns corporations that private blockchains contain new risks. Well, they're basically. I'll just read this first line and then I'll kind of tell you what I'm getting out of this. United States credit agency Moodys Investor Service warned about the dangers of private versus public blockchains in new research issued on April 25th. I don't really care about what they found in their research. What's important to me, and the point I wanted to make in this part of the video, is that Moodys is now issuing research on blockchain. One thing I've said for a long time is that Moodys, S&P, and Fitch, and all the major ratings agencies will be rating cryptocurrencies, and in my opinion, they'll be doing so in 2019. And it all starts with them issuing research on blockchain. As you see, Bakkt and Fidelity and some of these traditional financial firms enter cryptocurrency, do not think for a second that all of these major ratings agencies are not going to follow them. The reason is very simple. They smell the money too. They have always rated the products that these traditional financial firms sell. And crypto will be no different. Once they see that these firms are all officially coming in, you will begin to see them issuing ratings on these digital assets. And I'll bet you they're already working on it. Okay, next, this is from Ripple. Ripple does not tweet very often, so when they do, I try to show you the tweets. And Brad Garlinghouse tweets even less, and I definitely try to show you his tweets. This is from, we went over yesterday that he had been interviewed by some podcaster. It says, we want to change the system by working with the system, Ripple CEO Brad Garlinghouse. He discusses how crypto can transform the banking industry with Kara Swisher. And then it says, these are profound technologies that can really benefit society in lots of ways. We can reduce the friction of global commerce. We can allow people globally more access to the economies around the world to compete. And that's Brad Garlinghouse's quote as well. So this is big stuff they're working on, folks. Okay, I found this tweet and I saw this online and just thought I needed to cover it. This is funny. Kodak exec can't find use for digital cameras that helps their film customers. That's 1996. And as you know, Kodak got their rear ends kicked by the digital camera wave. And then Blockbuster exec can't find a use for the internet that helps their DVD rental customers. You young people that are listening to me, there was a day when we used to go into a store and we would pick movies off the shelf and rent them and take them home and then return them to the store at a later time. And the Blockbuster executives literally I've read articles where they literally laughed at Netflix the same way Swift laughs at Ripple right now. They laughed at Netflix, and now you see what happened. Then Bank of America exec can't find a use for blockchain that helps their banking customers. Ha ha ha. That's funny too. Okay, now I'm a little fascinated with this. Anytime someone puts themselves out the way Awake is putting themselves out, I like to cover it because Lord, I hope he's right. I think it's a he. It's at Mr. Level Up. I covered, just to give you a backdrop, I covered some of he's a chart guy. I covered some of his chart analysis maybe a few days ago, yesterday or the day before. And so now he's following up what he's saying with this. Update 5/21/19. I will be going live later today. Things sped up. he was predicting that there was going to be an XRP run up next week. This is my latest and supersedes everything. It's happening a few days or a day prior. When I say I'm going live, it's Twitter, probably 5 to 6 p.m. Eastern time. I'm on the East Coast in the USA for those in other areas. It will be happening this week. I just dialed it in a bit more. And then XRP South Florida Luxury Realty Palm Mom says, you think going to rise up before next week? He says, yes, it's this week now. I thought Monday, but it's prior to that. But after Wednesday or Thursday, I'll share later. So anyway, I wanted to show you this because, and he'll be I'll cover the his little stream, I guess. I'll feature that at some point. But anyway, I like this kind of thing. Anytime someone's willing to put themselves out there, I like to show it. Let's hope he's right. I mean, I think I'm always interested when someone is acting very specific about things like that. Okay. And that does not mean that I agree or disagree. It just means that I think it's interesting enough to cover. Okay. This is from King Blue at KingBlue_XRP. Computer, do not slow down. He is going to be on, looks like he's going to be on CK. Can we break 75K XRP? He's trying to raise money for St. Jude's on the CKJ Crypto Show. So join them at 6 p.m. Central Time, 7 p.m. Eastern Time this Friday and find out. He's done a really good job raising money for St. Jude's. He's legit, for those of you that are wondering. I've contributed to him before. I know that the guy's for real, and I've seen St. Jude acknowledge the help that he's given them, and so this is for real. And you can go to his Twitter feed and you can find out how to do it. All right, next, Crypto Utility Guy at Utility Guy 7. These small cap alts with great utility have been getting a well-deserved turbo boost the last 7 days. VeChain, PundyX, Holo, BitTorrent. Look at the returns on these, folks. And I own a little bit of each one of those, and so I've covered them before, and for that reason I wanted to cover his tweet. As Brad Garlinghouse says, without use case, all of these digital assets will eventually go to zero. Well, these are 4 of them that I believe are working on legitimate use cases. And for that reason, I've covered them on this channel. And because I own them. I don't ever cover digital assets if I don't own them myself. But I only cover them because I think that they have real utility or some use case, and I believe that they have potential. Otherwise, I wouldn't buy them myself. Okay. Next, from Brian Melancholy, XRP at Mike Honcho _11 sent me 2 things. First thing he sent me is this. Ripple just cut transaction times from 2 days to 3 minutes between Saudi Arabia's and India's bank. So Ripple has opened up a new corridor between Saudi Arabia and India. Now think about that, folks. Transaction times have been taken from 2 days to 3 minutes. That is big. And next, he also sent me this. This is funny. This is from Mr. C at Mr. CUGS. When Tonebei's friend, Bitcoin Core Coder, says XRP Consensus Network is truly decentralized, it's a funny look on Tonebei's face on this one. But anyway, he deserves for you to go and watch this. Okay. Sean Schaefer at Sean Schaefer 10 sent me this, and this is also Tonebei's. If I can, my computer's trying to, hold on. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to play any of that. He sent me this. This is some guy whose name I can't pronounce versus Peter Schiff. I guess it's these 2 guys that are debating, but it's on Tonebei's channel, and so I thought that it's worth you seeing, because remember, Peter Schiff is anti-Bitcoin and all digital currencies as far as I can tell, and these guys are debating. Okay, next from Diane B at LIVN with Passion sent me the information on the SEC delaying the VanEck. Now, she sent me an article, but sometimes when someone has summarized it better, I will show them, and BondCrypt summarized it for you. It makes it easier for me. SEC delays decision on VanEck SolidX Bitcoin ETF proposal. The SEC has set a date for a decision on August 19th with the probability of extending the deadline till October 18th for a final decision. None of this surprises me, folks, so I was just going to show this to you. None of this surprises me when the government is putting off making decisions. Putting off making hard decisions, that's part of being in government as far as I'm concerned, is taking the easy way out. Okay, next, got this from at X Lighting the Way. And he says, this is an article about Bitcoin creator Craig S. Wright, who says he's Satoshi Nakamoto. It says that he's granted U.S. copyright registrations for Bitcoin white paper and code. I'm not going to go into this article. I think this guy is so arrogant and nauseating that I don't really want to go into this article. But I'm wondering if this news piece has something to do with Bitcoin. Bitcoin SV has been shooting through the roof today, and I don't know why, but I noticed it, so I thought I would show you. And next, for someone that I love to cover, John McAfee makes me laugh all the time. I love the drama. I showed you this tweet from a few days ago. Developing events have made it necessary for John McAfee. He's talking about himself in the third person. Developing events have made it necessary for John McAfee to go dark. Please be advised that this account will be operated by staff until further notice. More details will be released in time. Now, this is a tweet that he sent, I guess, after that. Those who read "Go Dark" as incarcerated shouldn't play the lotto this week. Here's John McAfee and his girlfriend, safe and sound in their new backyard, as defiant, joyful, and free as ever. Stay tuned. So he's having a good old time. And finally, from my friend XRP Veteran, I thought this was funny. He sends a lot of funny stuff from time to time. No, it doesn't affect my baby. And that's back in the day with someone smoking and drinking while they're pregnant. And then 12 years later, it shows a kid smiling he's about to join RippleNet. That is funny. I'm the digital asset investor. I'm not an investment advisor. This is for entertainment purposes only. Please subscribe and hit the like button. And tell your friends and family that John McAfee is alive and well and free. Thank you for listening.